Hello, welcome back for another installment of One Verse a Week. This week we're doing Parshat Vayeitzei. That is Genesis 28:10 through 32:3. Again, this is for the reading cycle for the Jewish year of 5779. If you have found these videos to be useful and you would like to support this project or any of my other projects, please feel free to follow the link in the description below and donate via my PayPal account, or you can choose to be a Patreon also by following the link. Okay, so let us begin. Parshat Vayeitzei. Okay, so in this week's installment, we're going to do the verse Genesis 28:12. This is a very iconic scene from the Parsha. In fact, this Parsha is full of iconic scenes. It's an action-packed Parsha. Okay, so let's begin. I will read the verse a couple times, slowly in Hebrew. Vayachalom v'hine sulam mutzav arza v'rosho magia ha Shamaima. Vahine Malache Elohim Olim V'yardim Bo. Okay, one more time. Vayachalom Vahine Sulam Mutzav Arza V'rosho magia hashamayma v'hine malache Elohim olim v'yordim bo. Okay, hopefully at this point you can follow along. If not, I urge you to shore up your reading skills via the reading course, the introductory course. You can just look at my other courses and follow that if that is of interest to you. Okay, so let's begin. So as per my usual way of trying to teach beginners, I take an approach where we try to look at the nouns. The nouns first. Whatever words that are fairly stable in their form, we look to first because it doesn't require us to understand terribly much about verb morphology. Okay, so one of the tactics that I have told you previously was to go and look for either the particle et or the directional el. And we look through the verse, and of course we do not have any of that here. So this is a verse without that. Okay, so let's just start going through the vocabulary. And here is just an example where you simply have to have some nouns at your disposal. You have to have some vocabulary in your word bank in order to even get started. Okay, so chalom. Chalom means dream. Now here, you may already realize that this is in a verb form. A verb form. Okay, so in Hebrew, nouns, words are sort of are fungible. They can be used as multiple parts of speech. So we have chalom here. So just like in English, you have a dream. And it's in verb form, and you just like you would say, I dreamed. V'yachalom means, and he dreamed. The yud, we're not really going to talk about the verbs here, but since I introduced it, the yud here means he shall dream. It's a prefix, typically would indicate a future tense. Yechalom, he shall dream, or he will dream. And we have the vav hahipuch, we have the vav reversive here, that will reverse the tense and make the past tense into a future tense. Very complicated point for beginners. don't trouble yourself at this point too much with it. Okay, so it's Yechalom, he dreamed, he will dream, Va Yechalom, and he dreamed. Okay, so and he dreamed. Vahine, hine, behold. Vahine, and behold. Sulam, a ladder. Mutzav, that's a verb, we'll deal with that later. Mutzav artsa, the word here is eretz. Artsa, eretz, for land or ground. This hay at the end of it is a directional hay, so this tells you towards the land, towards the ground. The directional hay is something that you will see frequently in the Torah. Later in the Tanakh, you don't see it as much, although it still is there. But certainly in Genesis, especially, you see it a lot. Okay, artsa, toward the land, toward the land. Varosho, rosh is head or top. Vav, we did previously, means and. So we have vav prefix and vav suffix. This is a pronominal possessive for a masculine, for he or it in masculine. So sulam is a masculine word. Ladder. Rosho, its head. Varosho, and its head. Magia, that's a verb. We'll deal with that later. Ha shemaima. Ha, the hey we learned, the prefix hey we learned previously means the. And again we have our directional hey at the end. So the word shemaim means heavens or sky. Ha shemaim means the heavens. Hashemaima means towards or to the heavens. Towards the heavens. Vahine, we already saw this word, and behold, Malachi Elohim. So a malach is an angel or a messenger, sometimes even used as a prophet. So we have to be careful when we read the word angel to know what flavor of messenger we're dealing with, whether we're dealing with an angel or whether we're dealing with an earthly messenger, of a flesh and blood messenger. So in the text we have to know that. Here it says Malachi Elohim, so it's not very ambiguous. We know that we're dealing with what we commonly think of as angels. So angels, olim, another verb, we'll deal with it. V'yardim, another verb. Bo. Bo means in with, and then we have our pronominal ending, vav, which we learned previously. Rosho, its head, means it, who means he or it, masculine. Bo, the vav refers back to sulam, ladder. Bo, with it or on it. Okay, so let's go through a few of the high points again. V'yachalom, and he dreamed. This noun, the chalom, is being turned into a verb. V'yachalom, and he dreamed. V'hine, behold, sulam, a ladder, mutzav, we'll deal with it in the next few seconds. Artza, toward the ground. V'rosho, and its head, its top. Magia, another verb, we'll deal with it. Hashemaima, the heavens, the directional hey, toward the heavens, or to the heavens. I prefer toward. V'hine, and behold, Malachi Elohim. So this is malachim. What sort of malachim? Malachei Elohim, angels of God. This is in smichut form. We've dealt with that before. It's leaning, so it's malachim, plural, malach, malachim, and it's in this form where we won't say of. These are angels of something. Malachei Elohim. That's called smichut form. We've dealt with that in virtually every lesson thus far. It literally means that this word is somech on that word. This word leans to that word. So we sort of contract the phrase. It's not malachim shel Elohim. It's malachei Elohim. So we contract it. The final mem and the shell drop out, and this word leans on that word. So it's malachei Elohim. And what were these angels doing? Olim v'yardim. These are verbs. We'll deal with that. Bo, with it. Okay. So I think we have pretty much extracted what we need in terms of the non-verbs. Let's look at the verbs. Okay, so we've already dealt with this one. I should have put it here. But the chalam means to dream. V'yachalom, and he dreamed. V'hine, and behold, sulam mutzav. The mutzav comes from the shorish, the root nun tzadi bet, and it means to stand in a more of a passive way. Amad means to stand in an active way, like a person stands, he's omed. Whereas if something is sitting there passively, it is mutzav. Interestingly enough, let's think about a pillar of stone that currently is frequently referred to in the Torah is called a matzeva, something that just sits there. Okay, so hine, behold, sulam mutzav arza. The ladder was set or standing arza toward the directional hay, toward the earth, toward the land. Virosho, and its head, its top. Magia, this is for touch. Nun gimel ein is the shorish, the root for touch. Magia, it was touching or reaching ha-shemaima. Ha-shemaim, the heavens. Directional hay, ha-shemaima, toward the heavens. V'hine, and behold, malachei Elohim, angels of God. Olim comes from the shorish ayin lamed hey, Allah, meaning to ascend, to go up. This is when we're called up to the Torah. We have an aliyah. We're called up. Also, aliyah is the term for immigrating to Israel. Since it's the Holy Land, we are going up to it. In terms of stature, of holiness, we're going up. So an immigrant to Israel is called an oleh, one who has come up. Okay, so the angels, olim, or ascending, v'yardim, descend, yud, resh, dalet, v'yardim, bo, with it or on it. So v'yachalom, and he dreamed, v'hine, and behold, sulam, a ladder, mutzav arza, was set or was standing arza, toward the earth, toward the land, v'rosho, and its head, megia hashemaima, reached to the heavens. V'hine, and behold, malachei Elohim, angels of God, olim, were going up or ascending, v'yardim, and were descending, bo, with it, or on it. Okay, let's look at my translation, and then we'll compare it to the other translations. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder was set toward the ground. Okay, and its head reached toward the heavens. See, we're toward here. I'm using toward as directional. For that directional hey, toward the ground, toward the heavens. And behold, angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Could equally be translated as with it. Okay, let's look at some of the well-known translations. Okay, the KJV. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth. Okay, notice it's on the earth. It's not toward the earth. So the KJV does not use very well the directional hay. So it's on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. Again, they don't bring out the directional hay very strongly. And behold, the angels of God ascending and descending on it. Okay, the rest of it is fine. Okay, I like that they use hine and behold. You'll see in many of the translations they get rid of that because it sounds archaic, but it literally is in the text. So let's see an example of that. NIV, he had a dream in which he saw a stairway resting on the earth. Okay, so he had a dream. There's no behold. And he saw is not really in that word saw is the C, re'eh, is not even in the verse. So he dreamed, and behold, a sulam mutzav arzo was standing on the ground, toward the ground. And the NIV adds a new verse, a new verb in, he saw. He had a dream. Of course, they kind of make this back into a noun, and even though it's in verb form, so it should be he dreamed, and not he had a dream. Anyway, he dreamed and he saw. They add in verbs. Saw a stairway. Okay, I prefer a ladder, but stairways, I guess, okay. Resting on the earth. They also do not choose to render the directional hay. To say on the earth would be al ha'aretz, not mutzav arza. With its top reaching to heaven. Okay, it's a little bit better. It's some notion of direction here. Reaching to heaven. And the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Okay, the rest of the verse is not bad. In RSV, and he dreamed, okay, the dream becomes a verb again, that there was a ladder. Okay, so the behold is gone. The behold is gone from the verse. Hine. He dreamed that there was a ladder set up on the earth. Okay, again, they choose not to render the directional hay. The top of it reaching to heaven. Here, the directional hay is there very slightly. I would prefer toward, or to say heavenward, but reaching to heaven. Okay. And the angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Okay, the rest of the verse is okay. JPS, Jewish Publication Society, he had a dream. Good. A stairway was set on the ground. Okay, they choose stairway. I prefer ladder. Was set on the ground. Again, al ha'aretz is on the ground. It doesn't say that. It says, what does it say again? It says mutzav arza. Yeah, mutzav arza was set toward the ground, not al ha'aretz. Mutzav al ha'aretz would be set on the ground. Okay, whatever. So they totally choose to ignore the directional hay there. And his head reached to the sky. Reached to the sky. Doesn't say it reached the sky, it reached to the sky. So there is some slight inference of directionality there. And the angels of God were going up and down on it. Okay. Going up and down on it, that is a little common. A little simple for big fancy words, ascending and descending. Okay, but whatever. I guess that works. Stone, the art scroll, and he dreamt, and behold, a ladder was set earthward. Okay, good. They have behold, and the ladder was set earthward. They have the directional hey. It was set in the direction of earth. It doesn't say it was set on the earth. It was set in the direction of earth. And its top reached heavenward. Good. It also has directionality here. It doesn't say its top reached to the heavens, which could be read that it's clearly resting on a cloud or something like that. It says it reached heavenward. It reached toward the heavens. In other words, it was reaching up. And behold, and again we have another behold. Good. Angels of God were ascending and descending on it. Okay, angels of God were ascending and descending. Again, it's not too common language, like up and down. It's nice. It has a regal sound to it. Angels were ascending and descending on it. On it. Okay, all in all, the stone seems to be the more precise translation here. The KJV does a pretty good job at it. My biggest beef with the KJV is it says on the earth. It has no sense of direction. It just seems to tell you that it's smack dab there on the earth. That isn't really what the text says. NIV adds in a whole new verse. He saw. I'm not too keen on stairway. I prefer ladder. So and they also took out all the beholds. So they deleted language and inserted a verb that is not in the text. Now, arguably, they didn't distort the meaning of the text too much, but again, I prefer a less readable translation. I prefer translations that are more literal to the Hebrew. Okay, NRSV. Again, it's a verb again, and they do not put the directionality. It's on the earth. It's not toward the earth. Okay, JPS. They take out the beholds. It's you could argue that there's some directionality there. Finally, again, the stone, I like it. This is a very decent rendering. Okay, I hope that was beneficial. Hope you'll join me again next week for another verse. Kol Tuv, Hatzlacha Rava. Keep learning.